Right, as discussed in the previous videos, we are looking at building an invoice app, and we have already discussed the three main frames to implement. If you haven't watched the beginning of the video, I suggest you go back to part 1 and start from there. Alright, so this video is about knowing which resources to use for this project, and for that matter we are considering using Material Design Lite. So if you've ever used Bootstrap, then this will be much easier for you. However, we will also start from the beginning and take it one step at a time. So it's basically a library built by Google, works almost like Bootstrap. However, this is having a more mobile friendly components. So to get access to this particular resource, you would have to go to the Material Design Lite website. You could just Google it. Material Design Lite, and then get materialdesignlite.io is a site you can have access to this resource. So the first thing you would like to do is to go through the documentation, how to get started, and you would look at building a project from scratch. There are also components that you would have to look at. These components will help you build a responsive application. You have buttons, you have cards, you have chips. All this I'm sure you are familiar with if you've used other applications. So we'll be using resources from this website to build a project. For instance, our menus, we will be having access to the menu code from here, sliders as well if they need be, dialog boxes. If you check the frames, we discussed using dialogues in this particular area, so we would pick that also from the code. All right, so we can also use snack bars as notifications. As you can see, there's a sample code that shows how the snack bar works. We have tables that we can implement, so you can see here the table code in our frame. On the second major frame, which is holding frame 6, illustrates a table which would hold the products, and then the quantity, and then the unit price, showing the total here, which we would complete soon. So we have a wide range of components to make use of. We also have a loading component. You also have the layout, which is very, very important. That's the first thing you like to consider when you're building a similar project like this. So we're looking at the layouts. There are templates that you can implement. For example, tabs, which really comes in handy. Okay. So we'll go ahead and then download the library, or you can use the CDN version by just implementing the links in your HTML page, and then you can take it from there. In that case, your application will always be connected to the internet in order to render the page. You can also download the library by clicking on this download button right here, or if you are doing an advanced, which we'll be doing later with React, we could easily build it using the sample code. Okay, right.